Hello and welcome to the Stitch with Love podcast. My name is Shannon. You can find me on Instagram, Ravelry and TikTok. I will leave those handles on the screen somewhere. And thank you for joining me for another podcast. My cat is attacking the floor. I was hoping to have a finished object for today, or at least off the needles ready to block. However, that's not quite turned out. So let's get into it and I'll show you what I mean. This is the first one here. My First Kiss Stole by Aroslava Rudd. And I knit this for I'm going to a wedding at the end of the week and I wanted to wear something that I made. I'm trying to wear my hand knits more and things like that. And I finished the last chart yesterday, started working on the border, and I got to this point. I think maybe there's about 20 or 30 stitches that are left, and then it's just the grafting. This is how much yarn I have. I've already ripped back once. I put in a lifeline in a couple of rows before the end of the third chart, just in case, because I was looking at it and I was like, ooh, I don't like my odds with that one. And so I already ripped back once and that still wasn't enough. So I'm worried if I was to rip back again, I still wouldn't have enough. So I've bit the bullet, as it were, and ordered another skein. It's not going to get here probably until Wednesday though, which is really infuriating. But it is what it is. I'm probably, what I'm going to do, because the rest of this needs to be like fully like wet blocked, I think I'm going to put these stitches on like waste yarn, block the rest of this massive shawl, and then hopefully should be dry by the time Wednesday comes around. Then I can wind up that skein, finish this, and worst comes to worst, just like steam block this tiny little section, and then I can wear it. Because my hope is it's just on the corner and no one's going to notice if I steam block or wet block. That's my hope. So that is my plan. So no finished object, unfortunately, but should be finished by next week's podcast when I'm back. So object number one. And I switched project bags. This originally was holding my cloud bow and I switched it out. So yeah, not particularly interesting, but yeah, I did switch out my project bags. Next, sorry, it's a bit loud. I've got like a notions tin in here and it's rattling everywhere. This is my Epiphany cardigan. Epiphany cardigan by Cupid Knits. And I think it's one of those things of it doesn't look all that different because I am just knitting on the body. Again, much like last week, it just looks a little bit longer. I don't know what else to tell you about this, to be perfectly honest. I'm just knitting away on this. Now that this is kind of in hibernation, yeah, gonna get blocked until I can actually finish it. I should work on this more, hopefully. That is my goal. So yeah, coming along nicely. As I mentioned before, I can't remember how many episodes ago it was, I was doing a lot of stockinette and I was getting a bit sick of just constant stockinette. I feel like I'm getting that again because both this and my cloud bow are at a point where it's just stockinette. But I do want this finished item, so I will continue working on it. But yes, that's my Epiphany cardigan. This is going to be another short week, but that's okay. My cloud bow also doesn't look all that different. So this is my cloud bow by Reed Keys. And it has a little bit more green than it did last week. It's about all that's changed. Yeah, I'm on the second stripe of the peplum, and there's nothing really more to tell. I feel like decide whether or not I want to post this one, simply because there's not an awful lot to tell you. But at the same time, I mean, the yarn chicken thing is kind of interesting. I don't know if that's the right word. Yeah, I don't know. But yes, so it doesn't look all that different. But yeah. So as I mentioned, I've got a wedding at the end of the week, and we will be getting the train down. I do need to start a test knit, so I will be working on that, but my hope is to try and get a bit more done on these two, because this one especially has just kind of been sitting there since I started the shawl, so I'd like to get that done a bit more. So maybe I'll do that. I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to... This is going to get into a bit of a rambly bit, I think. But I am very much someone who likes to switch out my projects and not just work on one thing at a time. And as I've been doing the shawl, I've been just really working on that, because I was on quite a time crunch. And I was starting to feel towards the end of the project, as much as I enjoyed it and the lace was fun and things like that, I was really getting burnt out, I think. So I want to get the test knit done, but give myself enough time so that I'm not just like cramming out this test knit. So all that to say, probably I should cast it on and start, well, wind up the yarn and start swatching today or tomorrow, so that, hello Ozzy, so that I can cast on and then I can work on it while I'm away. Knowing me, I'm probably going to take a bunch of projects and just decide on the day which one I want to work on. But yeah, this is a very short one. That's all I have for this week. So unfortunately, probably not the most interesting, but hopefully a nice short watch. I'm hoping next week we'll have more. I should have a finished shawl. My cat is attacking something. I think she's antsy because it's gone 5 o'clock, so she wants dinner, which I will feed her after this. But the shawl should be done. Hoping to have some more done on these two. I would love to be finished like on like the stockinette portion of the body of this. That would be amazing. And hopefully I'll have a bit of a test knit to show you as well, so it should be a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I really need to stop saying as well. I'm not at the point where I can edit that out. I'm learning. I'm learning how to edit. But yes, thank you for joining me this week. Again, if you want to follow me on any of my other social media, I will leave them below, especially if you want to see what's happening kind of during the week, or a more, I guess, regular update on projects. That would be the places to follow me. I'm going to try and do a project vlog at some point, but I haven't quite worked out the logistics of that. But I will do. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great week, and hopefully I should be back with you next week. Goodbye.